Hey guys, Multi here. Today, super quick video tier list for Plunderstorm abilities. Is a new mode from inside World of Warcraft. Pretty easy, a battle royale mode, 60 players on a map. You can just level up by defeating mobs or beasts or mobs or defeating other players. As you can see here, these are the basics. Win by being the last one standing, typical battle royale, or if you are in a duo, last two standing. Kill creatures and enemies to level up and acquire spells. Upgrade spells by looting more copies of them. Use your heal ability when low on health. So that makes it pretty easy. So you have here your character. You always start level 1. You have nothing special, just a basic attack and your heal pot, and then you can acquire those abilities. There is quite a difference in the abilities. I think the game is not bad balanced, but definitely some abilities are stronger than the others. We have offensive abilities and utility abilities. So let's hop over quick. I think we can maybe just have it in 3 tiers. We have 4 or 5 very strong abilities, and the other ones are not that good. So just let us start with all these things. We first start with Searing Axe. Is just a good it's just fine to have it. It's maybe better as far as you upgrade it, but in general not a good thing. It usually just slams down your axe, a little bit molten lava, speeding forward, and you can knock up enemies with it. This is also not that good. We have here Slicing Winds. Nothing crazy about it. I want to make it quick, the video, so not taking too long. I just want to talk a little bit about the 4 or 5 best spells. Then we have the Star Bomb. Channel the Cosmic Void, compressing it into a bomb that explodes after a short delay. Enemies struck are pulled into the blast. Can be good if you use it. I think I saw some nice combos, especially in duo, but also here in general, not one of the top abilities. And that we have Toxic Smegarel, also not that good, just to make it clear. Next one that we have is, let me see the name. Sorry, I'm not familiar with the names. Lightning Bulwark, just a little bit of defensive, also not that great. Usually don't go for it. Then the Snowdrift, create a snowy blizzard in an area around the caster, periodically afflicting enemies with a stacking slow. So you can slow people with it around yourself, but in general it's not doing a lot, just to make it clear. It's also easy for the others to get out, to be honest. And then we have the Earthbreaker. Thunders earth around you and then knocking enemies up. I think it's okay, especially again in duo with certain kind of combos. Single player wise, for me, one of the not so strong abilities, honestly. And then last but not least, in the B tier, we have the Mana Sphere. Honestly, it's good, but it's very easy to dodge if you are not directly in or super close in front of the enemy. That makes it, like I said, pretty easy to dodge, which then is, if it gets dodged, it's completely useless. Next one, we have the A tier. A tier already pretty good things, but like again I said, 4 or 5 specs are S tier. These are much the best. We have Repel is an arcane barrier, pretty good for using it, but also not quite strong as the top tier. Next one is Holy Shield. You can throw it in front of you, and with another click you can let it explode. So if you use it quite well, it can be strong. Next one is, how is it called? Leap, something with leap, Quaking Leap. Leaping forward in a large arc that then crash down, damaging and stunning enemies you land on. Recast while airborne to crash down early. So if you use it quite well, it can be strong, especially again here with a good combination of spells. Next one, Windstorm. Turbulent winds form in front of the caster that surge forward. damaging and stunning the first enemy struck. Here again, if you hit, very strong. If you don't hit, pretty useless. That makes it, for me, if it would always hit, it's clearly S tier, but you will definitely not hit all the time with it. Next one is an utility, the fairy, how is it called? Fairy charm? Fey form. Transform into a fey creature, gaining immunity to harmful debuffs, increased movement speed and damage reduction for a short duration. Cannot attack while transformed, but you can go away pretty quickly from any harm. That makes it quite strong. Next one is Hunter Chains. Chain yourself to your current target. While chained, recast Hunter's Chains to advance to your target's position, so a pretty good gap closer. If your chained target moves out of the chain's range, they will be pulled towards you. So, pretty good gap closer. And then we have the, how is it called, this grenades or explosive caltrops. Evade backwards while spreading explosive caltrops that slow and damage enemies that trigger them. Pretty well known from other games. I think Diablo had always like caltrops in rogue builds. So you can really just imagine that it is a little bit of a jump with putting caltrops down. Last one for the A tier is Storm Archon. Call forth the elements, unleashing a destructive barrage in front of the caster. Recast Storm Archon to call another element, can be recast twice. Can be strong, is pretty close to S tier, but for me still not as good as the last ones. And the last ones, I can also tell you, is for me the perfect combination of spells that you should have to win a round in Plunderstorm. At that moment, they are very, very strong. They are very well synergized. So we have the Firestorm, I guess Fire World, sorry, everybody knows it already. You get like flames around you, you get a little bit movement speed, and you can damage enemies that you're passing through. That means also it's AoE. It's hard to get away from you because you are running faster. So overall, maybe the strongest spell in the ability in the game right now. I put it here in front. Then next one is the, how they are called, ice rim arrow. Fire an icy arrow that seeks your current target, damaging them and nearby enemies. Nearby, they need to be super close, just to make it clear. So it's usually single target, I would say, but Cannon in a duo also hurt another one for sure. And the good thing about it, it's one of the abilities that you can really poke with, because in Plunderstorm you usually don't target enemies directly. You most attacks you are doing in front of you, even the auto attack. But that the rim arrow can you can just target one, you press it, and it's going. So it's a pretty good poke. If you can poke your enemy down to 50% and you go in with like firewall, it's pretty easy. It's GG, just to make it clear. So that's a pretty strong combination. Keeping it on range, the enemy, the opponent, poke it down 50%, 60%, whatever, and then charging in with your firewall. Then both best utilities, in my opinion. We have the steel traps. The steel traps just cluster around you when you press it, and are traps. If somebody's going in, they are rooting and damaging the enemies. Pretty strong against anything of invisible. Pretty strong to go away, pretty strong to engage if you are already close, if you don't want that your opponent is going away. It's just awesomely strong, to be honest. And then, last but not least, Fade to Shadow. I read it. Fade into the shadows, teleporting in the direction you are moving while entering stealth for a short duration. So, with this combination, you have disengage. You can disengage with it, you can engage with it, you have the traps around you, you have poke from distance, you can super hard engage with the firewall, you have AoE, you have single target. With these 4 specs, there's a high chance that you win most 1v1, and you can even win 2v1 or 1v2. And yeah, this for me, with quite a distance, the best ability so far. Sure, they will balance things. I think they already tried to make a balance today, if I'm not wrong, but still they are by far the best, and especially the synergy is just awesome. That's it for this video, guys. Have fun in Plunderstorm if you play the game mode, and see you. Bye bye.